It was refreshing this morning to hear Yvette Cooper pointing out that the deterrent about immigration was only against migrants and probably was not going to work. The Rwandan deterrent is no real deterrent. It doesn't deter anybody who is desperate. But more than that, it criminalizes and punishes those people who are already victims in all likelihood. Yes, there are a few people, a handful of people, who are gaming the system and who are coming here in order to exploit what we have to offer. I think increasingly we have less and less to offer. But there are plenty of people who are already victims who have turned to those people who know what's going on. And in many cases, those are the people smugglers, those are the people with dark links. And there is nothing in the Rwanda plan to punish them. Yvette Cooper is quite right. If we're going to have any deterrent, it has to be to deter the criminals, not the victims of crime. I think the Labour proposals don't go far enough. The Labour proposals are still trying to deter by having more police, by having more organisations trying to catch people doing things. That isn't actually going to deter any more than the giving the French police lots of money to try and stop the boats leaving France. That isn't a deterrence. The only deterrence that will work in this particular issue is to make the smugglers operational, to make the smugglers operation obsolete, to make it pointless, which means that we need to put effectively consular offices on the continent. We need to put consular offices at the point where migrants are preparing to embark, and remove this absurd idea that they need to be in the country in order to apply. If it's going to take us 3 or 4 years to process the application, that application should begin before people even get to Britain. Where they stay, that's another matter. And certainly if they're earmarked as possible genuine refugees, then maybe we should be facilitating their journey here. At least that way we can make sure that they're not putting their own lives and the lives of others at risk. And we remove automatically the people smuggling model. At that point we can say, actually, the only way to come to the UK is to make an application from a location, ideally in your own country or near your own country. And when that application is processed, we will arrange for your safe transit. We will do that. We will be spending significantly less money with that model than we are trying to deter the people smugglers. We simply have to remove the people smuggling option. And I think if we were to do that, other countries would follow suit. European countries, all they have to do is have centres in Africa, to have centres in Turkey, to have centres in Libya, and wherever there is an immigrant movement, even Albania. At least at that point, people can register an interest. And if they're fleeing from a war-torn country, there will be a neighbouring country that they can get to. And you might say, well, why don't they claim asylum in that neighbouring country? There may be a very good reason why they want to claim asylum in France, in Germany, in Britain. And a lot of that is to do with culture and friends and language. We can't teach English as a worldwide language if we're not prepared to take responsibility for the fact that people speak the language and don't speak French and don't speak German and don't speak Italian. Why do they choose to come to Britain? It's not because we have the most wonderful NHS. We really do not. And it's ridiculous to be saying that foreigners are taking our NHS. Foreigners are actually providing our NHS. And we're too stupid to let them do that. No. People come here because they have links with Britain. And because they see this as an open, interesting country of opportunity. So let people come here, give them the opportunity, ensure that when they come to this country, they are automatically given the opportunity to work and to contribute to the betterment of Britain. And for that, I think the Home Office should be prepared to pay their passage, to ensure that they've already met minimum requirements. And once that is the case, there's no need for anybody to get into a small boat. None at all.